Okay, that should be better. Sorry about that. I'll go back and delete that one. I love my subscribers. Y'all are always looking out for me, so thank you. So now I'm going to have to try to make this extra quick so I can hustle to the doctors. And then when I come back, I will start working on the first episode. Okay, so there's a couple things I did want to talk about. Most of it is about the new series, but energy we're in, just to so right now we're really in this energy that is all about survival. Like fuck feelings. Probably even the most like emotional person is in complete survival mode. And especially those who have like anxiety and stuff like that. That's going to be heightened as well. Because, I swear, you look outside and it's like the damn apocalypse out there. Why? Let's just hope that it's just the energies and it's going to change soon. I have mixed feelings on that, but we'll see how it pans out. Also, get ready. I've already had two myself pop up. Mercury retrograde. We know that people come out of the woodworks from our past. For the sake of you guys, I hope that it is someone you're looking forward to reconciling with or rerunning into. Mine weren't too bad. Mine weren't too bad at all. Mine were just a little bit like disappointed. Like, where were you? Kind of like those people that say, I know everyone else has left, but I promise I'll never be the one to leave. And then they fucking leave. That type of thing. But just to remember that friends are gonna hurt us every now and then. What it really comes down to is we have to decide, okay, thank you so much. You saved my ass. I would have been pissed, seriously, especially because now I have to like kind of talk fast, like I'm on crack or something, so I can make it to the doctor. But then as soon as I come back from the doctor, I'm gonna work on the first series of the series that I'm going to be talking about. But right now I'm just going over the energies. So, yeah. And so really, the other thing, and I cannot stress this enough. Yeah, the retrograde. Yeah, the electronics can be a bitch, but I feel like the other shit it does is so much more just, I don't know. I think it's just the people that think they can just walk back into your life because it's convenient for them, type of thing, and expect you to just greet them with some lemonade and cookies. I'm not an evil bitch. I'll sit and hear you out. I'll talk to you. but especially if they come out from the woodworks and they want to talk about petty shit and not even acknowledge what they did or apologize. And that could be hard. So y'all stay strong with that. And like I was saying, just decide, understand. Friends hurt us every now and then. We have to forgive them for that. Well, we don't have to, but it is a decent thing to do because nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. I mean, how do we expect them to be? But it depends on the situation. So you pretty much are left with two options. It's either, okay, I can get past this, they acknowledge, that what they did was wrong. How do we move forward and make this healthy again? Or it's they play completely dumb. They're at the same antics and you can tell it's going to go nowhere. So it's better that you keep them cut out of your life, like we just did back in, oh God, I forgot what season it was, but where we had to cut the toxic people out of our life. Just leave them with those group of people. I mean, honestly, it's the best place for them. So there's a good quote. I'm such a dork. I can think of a quote or lyrics to a song to anything that says, and I just had deja vu, so I don't even know if I've said this before or not. I'm telling you the energy right now. But it says sometimes we have to burn bridges so we don't run back across them. And that's very true. Very, very true. Again, can't stress enough. Be very, very, very careful who you talk to. Other thing about Mercury retrograde, hater season, hater season, hater season. Why, I don't know. Let's just hope that it is because Mercury retrograde. I have mixed feelings on it. I feel like it's a little bit heavier this time than it normally is. Especially coupled with that survival type of energy where people are like getting out of feelings and strictly in survival mode. And then you add that with haters. It's just be careful. Just be careful. So yeah, so let me get back to, so I'm gonna get back to the series so I can cover that. Yeah, because I probably have about 30 minutes and then I'll have to cut it, but then I'll go and be back. So anyways, so this new series, like I was saying, for those of you that have been following me for a minute, back in November-ish, December, around the holidays, I got a huge download from Spirit that I was to do something pretty big with my channel. At the time, I didn't know what it was. I mean, I knew, what I do, but I didn't know anything more than just, reading tarot for people. So, it was a little nerve-wracking because I'm like, why even tell me now if I don't get to know now? But now I know why I didn't get to know now, because I had to experience my own things. It's kind of like when I went to get my LCDC, licensed chemical dependency counselor, and my favorite part about it was that I'd always say, "Oh, I can't wait for the first person to tell me, oh, but you don't understand,' because they're in a thing they could say that I don't understand." And so, anyways, so between that time and now, had like 50 tower moments, and I don't know, um, along with a bunch of downloads, along with a bunch of information. That's why I might notice my energy is a little bit different. No, I am getting like in Texas, the weather's been really weird, so my voice is a little bit weird, but I'm also I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm nervous. I'm scared to death to do it because I looked all over YouTube. I didn't see anyone else that did it. And I really hope that it helps people. Um, I know that it's going to cause me to have to, talk about things that are personal things. But, if those things help another person, I will gladly do that. But it still doesn't mean it's not hard. Um, and then just overall, with the way people are just what's the word? Just the way they are right now. It's just an ugly feeling. And I don't like it. I don't like this energy. But I'm making the best of it. So don't worry. I'm still here. I'm still, uh, well, even more spiritually strong than I was. But probably meant like emotionally, I'm a little indifferent. Okay, so it's not really a good or bad thing, it's just indifferent. And I think that, that's healthy. That's healthy considering, you know, oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. So, so the basic things about this channel, I'm not a strict one at all, so it doesn't require a lot. Okay, I'm gonna make its own playlist because, like I said, there will be triggers in it for sure. Some are going to be heavier than others, and some will be lighter. And there probably won't be a traumatic or horror story that we don't talk about, because that's why I say it's not for the faint-hearted. The purpose of this playlist, of these videos, is so people feel like they have somewhere to go or something where there's other people going through similar stuff, even the person who's the light worker, where they can feel comfortable if they want. They don't have to talk, but to watch these videos, to see other people interact, to know they're not alone, and to help heal. Maybe it won't heal it all the way, but it will help, because I've experienced it. I've been hearing it a lot from people that have been around me, how much they're going through, and they can't talk to a single person about it. So my only things are everyone's welcome. Pretty much nothing is off limits. I mean, it's freedom of speech, whatever we want to talk about, so long as there's not some YouTube thing, whatever. But there will be zero, and I mean zero, tolerance for any type of hate speech or anything like that. Like, I won't even bother asking the excuse. You'll just be blocked. So really take that into consideration, because this is something that Spirit is having me do. This is something I'm taking very seriously. This isn't no McDonald's job, okay? This is a spiritual job. And I'm not going to put up with, I understand people don't see eye to eye. I don't mind debates on stuff, but if I see any sort of hatred, now as far as negativity, that would be more like a case by case basis. But if I see any type of hate stuff, girl, boy, bye. Okay? Because that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. And this is why this is starting like this. Okay? Because we're hearing more and more about the twin flame journey, right? Okay. And we're hearing all this like mixed information. And even I was getting frustrated. And I debated back and forth on, should I do a video? I did do one video on the ugly truth, like kind of talking about the facts of it, because like you couldn't find that anywhere. And hello, that's kind of important. Versus everyone thinking this is just some kind of fucking fairy tale, because it's not at all. This is coming from experience. It's a fucking living hell. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean it's like that for everyone, but for me, it's a living hell. I'd rather just have a basic love. I don't need no fucking twin flame, all this shit, But that's okay. It's part of the journey, so I take it like everything else, right? So, the reason I'm doing this is because the whole point of the twin flame journey, and this is why I'm saying you can YouTube it right now. And I mean, if you find one, cool. But I did not find a single video that talked about, I mean, yeah, maybe somebody briefly mentioned self-love, but they didn't elaborate on it whatsoever, because there's so many dynamics. And the whole point of the twin flame journey is not about the reunion. It's about healing your traumas, your childhood traumas, your current traumas, your addictions, your shadow self, basically. And so, and then once you do that and you go through that, then it's learning self-love and self-worth. And I never used to know what that meant. And I was okay with that. I was like, I'm fine not loving myself. I love my kids. I'm a good mom, and that makes me happy, so I'm good. But I didn't understand what self-love was. And self-love is not just loving yourself when you're doing good. Self-love is unconditionally loving yourself when you're fucking up, loving yourself when you're doing a damn good job, loving yourself no matter what you're going through, and being okay with that, and being okay if every single person walks out of your life, even if it's blood, you know. And that's a personal thing that I just went through too. I, you know, um, if you have to cut out your family, you cut out your family, because your self-worth and your self-love and your fucking life is worth it. That's the thing. And that's what we're going to get into in these episodes, is that these people want to do shit, right? They want, kids to be touched where they're not supposed to be touched, to see things they're not supposed to see, to feel things they're not supposed to feel. Or, I mean, this is just one example. And then they want to pretend it never happened. So then that tells the child as they grow up, well, I know that wasn't right, but now I'm being told it's not real. And basically, it ends up becoming this whole thing of, your life doesn't mean shit to me. Because if it did, I would say, hey, you know what? I fucked up. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I did some things. I let some people around you I shouldn't have. You know, I was using some substances that impaired my judgment. But you're my child. I love you. Can we work on, creating a healthy relationship going forward? I know I can't change the past, but going forward, can we make this right? Oh my God, I guarantee you there's not a single person that would say no if their parents said that to them. But most of them won't do it. Some of them will, most of them won't. And so that's when it becomes a situation of, okay, well, how do I heal this childhood trauma if I never was shown anything different? And so the only thing I know how to do is hate, is be angry, is repeat cycles. Not because I want to, but I don't know how to do anything else, you know? And that's why it's so important. It's like we're always told to not feel these bad feelings. No. If you are fucking angry and you fucking hate something, hate it. Hate the shit out of it. If it's Um, I fucking hate myself because I starve myself. I have an eating disorder. I fucking hate myself because I'm fucking so addicted to this drug because it numbs me so I don't have to feel the pain. I fucking hate myself because I cut my wrists. Okay, good, good. So there's our first step. We're accepting the hate. We're finally acknowledging what nobody else would acknowledge. Okay, so you're starving yourself. You have an eating disorder. Why are you starving yourself? Well, I never got attention. I was starving for attention and I couldn't get that. And it developed into, this eating disorder to where I physically starve myself because that's all I know. And then there's the addiction that pops up somewhere along the way. Okay, so you have an addiction. Okay. Um, no judgment. Well, what is it about that you feel you need that? Well, because I was hurt so bad my whole life growing up, from the time I can remember. Sick shit, sick shit. And maybe I just don't want to feel that for just a moment. Even if it's just a fucking moment. Even if I'm risking overdosing. I just want a moment for that pain to go away. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. So now we've accepted that hatred and that reasoning, and so you cut your wrists. What about cutting your wrists fulfills you? Because when I slide the razor in me, I get to feel a pain that isn't emotional or mental, it's just physical. Okay, I get that. I get that. Because emotional or mental pain can hurt way the fuck more than physical pain. Makes perfect sense. So now we've taken these two things and we've combined them. We've taken the things that we hate ourselves for, which we don't really need to hate ourselves for. It's not our fault. It's like I tell people, we're not responsible for falling. We're responsible for getting back up. And part of getting back up is reaching out, which can be hard, which is why I created this channel. Because maybe somebody isn't ready to reach out to a physical person. I've had those issues. I still have those issues. I get agoraphobia out of nowhere from my PTSD. I can't even leave the house. I, and some of that has to do with being highly empathic. So I can fucking feel everyone's energy. I can, now that I've ascended, sometimes I can hear their thoughts, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And then I'm scared of something happening to my kids. It's just so, you know, I figured we'll do these series and we'll see how it goes, you know? I was trying to talk to my guides about how to do the layout, okay? And I don't think I'm gonna like title them specifically. At first I was thinking of titling them specifically so somebody could hit on whatever topic they resonated with, whether it was suicide or self-mutilation or addiction. But yeah, I agree. So, and when I say break the cycle too, I'm talking about with our children because they see a lot, a lot. So I decided though, after meditating and talking with my guides, that I'm not going to put a specific title on it. We'll do like the collective conscious, and this is just for now. This is all trial and error, and then once we do this, we'll see how you guys are feeling with it, how everyone's doing, check in with people, etc. But this is what my guides gave me to start with, is we will do a collective consciousness thing, okay? We'll do the cards, the tarot and the oracle. I just got about 8 new decks, because I was specifically trying to find decks that could help direct in that way. So yeah, so we'll do it like that, and then I'll put like, we'll see whatever message spirit has for that day. And they know what time it is. They know what it's about. They know that it's dealing with trauma and stuff like that. So I'm sure that's what'll come out. And, I'll put a little caption on what we discussed. And like I said, I don't doubt that they'll miss a beat. And if there's something that somebody is struggling with and they want, maybe to hear about it sooner than waiting for my guides to bring it up, they can let me know and I can make that happen. Also, I was debating the option of, because for some people this is a difficult thing. So I offering the option of a personal one-on-one session, dealing with, channeling spirit and helping them help whoever needs it, with a personal session. I don't know, we'll see. And then another idea they gave me is, so there's this little box. Oh, I added this because of course I had to. This is my spirit animal is a gummy bear. That's just it. So, but this is, it says my prayers. I also put universal needs. Okay. It doesn't have to be like, religious. Basically, it's just you open it and it has these cards in here. So if anybody is needing positive vibrations sent out for themselves, for someone else who's struggling, they can either private message, or if they're comfortable, they can put it in the comments, and I'll write it on this little card. And then as soon as the card fills up, there's a little thing to read on the back. So I'll read that, and I'll also acknowledge everybody that was on the paper, because that also helps with the vibrations as well. So that's just something that I thought of. And I don't know, maybe it may be a girl thing, but I don't know. We'll see how many guys do it. I just thought it was pretty cool, And like I said, if you're cool with leaving it in the comment box, cool. If not, you can send it in an email, and I'll put it on there, and it'll go on the card. And I'm sure I already know, knowing my guides, that as we go through this, that more things will pop up, because I can already tell from them that this is going to be a big deal. So, and I'll probably start, getting some healing bracelets, stuff like that. Just things to help, basically. Hold on, I'm reading the comments. Aww, I hope she's okay too. And I'm sure she is. Sometimes people don't realize the energy it takes to do readings if you truly are gifted and aren't just like phony. That on top of like spirit constantly, I'm talking about giving you downloads, not just like a little message, like downloads, like a computer. It's just it can be exhausting, so you have to take a break. That's why I was, well, there was more reasons why I was away from the computer for a little bit. Like my grandpa had passed away. I had to move. My health flared up, a bunch of stuff. But I'm sure she's okay. And you always say the most sweetest comments. I appreciate that. And if you want to support the channel, you're welcome to share the video, especially just this intro video. So if people want to listen to it and think that's something that they're interested in, then they can come check it out. So like I said, right now I'm going to hightail it to the doctors, and I will come back and I will start working. I'm so tired. Working on yeah, it's interesting because I heard that because I'm diagnosed with PTSD, and where did I hear that? But I heard somewhere that 90% of gifted people, like, that can contact the other side. I mean, there's so many different types of gifts, and you can have more than one, and you can ascend, and they can get stronger. I always say it reminds me of a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets, and that's true. And that's why, I'm really going to make it a point to get on here more. It's just, now that the little one's crawling and standing and all over the place, I'm his favorite toy, so it gets tricky. That's why I'm having to do the graveyard shift to get these videos done, but it's important to me. So, like I said, I hope it's important to at least somebody out there. So, and I'm still going to do I'm still going to attempt to do the, the other videos. Spirit just really wanted me to put this on priority, like, stat. I got like a couple hour warning. That was it. So, but that's okay. It's cool. I put them through shit too, so we're pretty even as far as that goes. So, I send much, much love. And I will, like I said, if you want to share the video, that'd be great. Make sure people know about the little bell, because that'll tell them when a new video has popped up. Like I said, I'm not going to title them. I don't know. It just isn't. I don't know. I didn't feel them say anything about it say anything about it at first, but it changed, and I was just like, I'm just going to do something simple after the video. So, but yeah, thank you so much, and it was good. Thank you for being such a loyal watcher. It's always good to hear from you, and hopefully you'll be on when I get back. That's the other thing, is these videos will be live, so never know what'll happen, but that's just the best way to do it. So, yeah. So I send all my love, and I hope that this reaches people. And I will be back later. Y'all enjoy your day, okay? Blessings, love and light. Namaste.